Hey everyone, it's Deb from Heart Centered You, and it is time for Heart Centered You's Daily Dose. We are Wednesday, so it is time for Wisdom Wednesday, and with that comes some mindfulness techniques. So today what I thought we would focus on is one of my favorite mindfulness techniques when you're in a state of overwhelm, all right? So raise your hand if that's you. I know I get overwhelmed a lot, and this can be overwhelm with your thoughts, with negative thoughts, resentment, jealousy, frustration, fear, any of the above. Or it can be overwhelmed with your to-do list, with all the obligations and hats you wear and things that you're accountable for. When you feel like you're in a state of, holy cow, I've just overcommitted or I have too much in my day, this is a really beautiful tool that I have come to use on probably a weekly basis, and it's things that I really recommend to my clients as well. So what it's called is using a trust box. All right, so a trust box, some people call it a universe box. The idea is that when you are in a state of overwhelm, be it with the feelings inside of you or the obligations ahead of you, it's really important to create a space for all of that is outside of your mind and your body. Because let's face it, these feelings are very real. Okay, they may not be productive and they may not get you out of the place you need to be, but they're real and they need to be honored. The problem is that these fear-based, negative-based, jealousy, all of that stuff doesn't actually help you, and it can hinder you to show up when you need to show up. And so what's helpful is if you're a parent and you need to be showing up for your kid, or your boss needs you, or your spouse needs you, or whatever it is, or just in life, you need to be focused and you need to be showing up for the world, but you have all of this overwhelm hanging over you, you can use a trust box to really redirect your feelings and give them a home. Really house these feelings somewhere else so that you can be present for what you really need to be doing. So I use this trust box. So this says love on it. It's pretty, it's decorated. It's literally a cool decorated shoebox that's polka dotted, and then it's got, some fun things. I have a little wooden one at home that's about a third the size, and I put pictures on it. It's just something that is beautiful to you that can house your emotions, okay? And so what we do, these are the action steps, is when you're feeling, let's just have an example, you're feeling really mad at somebody. Somebody wronged you, you feel resentful, you feel whatever those feelings are. I want you to take out some paper, make strips, and I want you to own those feelings. I want you to write, I'm really pissed off that that person did that. I feel resentful because I'm really hurting right now because I wish this didn't have to be this way. Whatever it is, state those feelings as honestly, authentically, and real as possible. No judgment. Nobody's looking at these pieces of paper. And you write them all down, and then you put it in the trust box. And one by one, you say, thank you, universe, for housing these feelings so that I have room in my heart to show up for my life and to work on really coming to terms with this and solving the problems, okay? Every time you put one in that box, you say, thank you, universe. Thank you for housing these emotions and giving my heart and mind the space to make forward progress and to show up in the ways I need to show up until I can deal with this, okay? And when you do that, there is a huge unburdening that happens. There is an energetic release from your body to your trust box that says, hey, you're not forgetting about this stuff. You're not ignoring it, and you're not suppressing it, okay? Because if you suppress those emotions, they will keep showing up until you deal with them. So if you can't deal with them in that moment, then you can house them somewhere else, honor them by giving them a beautiful space to rest, and then you can deal with them when maybe you have a clearer head or you've dealt with the present matter and now you can come back to it. Okay, this might sound a little hokey to some people, and I respect that because it's different and it takes a little bit of imagination and a little bit of faith, but all this is doing is priming your brain to have a different habit, to choose a different way, to show yourself that you have control over how you respond to things, and you have support within your own environment. Even if you have nobody else to talk to, you've got this, you've got your own back, okay? And this works the same way with a overbooked calendar, right? If you have a huge long list of to-dos, you can start writing all the to-dos, and then you pick the things that maybe aren't super duper essential or that you can delegate or whatever, and you put those to-dos in that trust box and you say, you know what? Thank you, universe. Thank you for holding on to that. I'm going to get to the essential things today, but I trust that you're going to hold on to these things for me until I can get to them. And then you can start over the next day. And if you can't get to something, write it down, put it in the trust box, and know that the universe has your back. All right? These are very kind of role-playing type activities, but I'm telling you, if you utilize them regularly, you're gonna feel so much more supported in life. You're gonna have more clarity. You're gonna feel like you're not just kind of flailing around in that overwhelmed space, and it's gonna give you some real forward motion and some real feel-good support. And I hope that it does that for you. It has for me, and so I wanted to share that with you today. But message me if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer them. And I'd love to know, as always, what you guys are doing when you're in a state of overwhelm. Are there grounding tools that help you? I try to share something new every week that I do that helps, but I don't know, the more the merrier, guys. I am here because I have a passion, but maybe you don't like to get on camera. You can message me or put a comment below. Let's share our stories. Let's share our resources. Stronger together, always. Namaste, everyone.